Hello there, this is Cheryl Lentz, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, talking on Tuesday at 2. I'm coming on today to do a Christmas card with you, a little early, but it's never too early. We have all the sets now. Get started early. Then you'll have time to do all kinds of beautiful cards ahead of time. The stamp set is called Piece to You, and it's 6 different sets, 2 pictures, images, and then 4 verses. So I'm going to turn that around. I paired it up with some different dies. So I paired it up with the Labels of Glow dies and a couple of the dies from the Potted Succulent dies. So let's see how I did that. I'm going to turn the camera around. Thank you for joining me. Once I turn the camera, I can't see who's on, so please leave me a message. Let me know who's on. If you're joining me through YouTube, please subscribe. Our numbers are jumping like crazy. It's so much fun. So here we go. I'm going to turn the camera around. Ta-da, maybe. There we go. Okay, let's see if I can do this gently. I've been really rough with it lately. So I did get my desk cleaned off. There's somebody concerned about that. I didn't get my paper written up, but that's okay. Okay, so here is the stamp set. Piece to You. Love, love, love it. Let me take this off because I have when we do them in class, I put a cover on it. Here is the card that we're going to do today. And look at that. So this is the, I love this circle here. This is this on the Labels of Glow dies. I wanted to extend the starry sky, and that's how I did it. And then I use champagne foil because that's what I had here. So I'm just going to move I'm getting messages through here. So there you go. Ta-da. And then the inside. So let's get started. All right. So this is a lot of surface to color. I put it on a thing already here. Ta-da. On my block. So here we go. The thing is that you have to fussy cut it. Not a big deal. I have all these separate little pieces here. The Potted Succulents, I used, these 2 dies are from the Potted Succulent dies. So I really loved the shape. I like the kind of pointy shape. And that's why I keep my dies separate. I know a lot of people keep their dies with the stamp set. I would never remember all the different little shapes. So when I'm looking for something tiny and something in particular, I just finger through like you're going through the yellow pages. And then I find all these cool little dies that will work with something other than just that set that they're made for. So we're going to go ahead and stamp. I'm using Night of Navy. So I use Night of Navy, and then I use blends to color in. It's kind of a reverse type of thing. So you'll see when whoops, I got something sticky on my block. Oh my goodness. I have a glue dot on my block. That'll make it stick to the glue dots are strong. Okay, so I'm just going to ink this up really good. When I have a bigger stamp, I generally will ink it up like this rather than turning it over. Make sure I have it all nice and inked up. Hopefully that is. I'm just going to go one more time up here because I don't want to see a line in there. Okay. Everything is crooked. Here we go. So I'm just going to stamp this on my white cardstock here. I don't have to worry about it being lined up or anything. This would be a good one to use with the Stamparatus even. You know, if you're worried about having to restamp if you don't get good coverage, let's just cross our fingers and hope that it works. It worked last time, so I'm pretty sure we should have a good, ta-da, good coverage. Woohoo, yay. All right, that's a relief. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and stamp my verse, and I'm going to stamp the inside because then I'm going to bring over the cut and emboss machine, not for this particular piece, but for the other pieces here. So here's my verse for inside, and all of these were from Piece to You stamp set. So on the inside, I just kept it simple, just with the one verse here. And there we go. Oh, it looks a little crooked. All right, looks a little crooked. I get two tries. There we go. Ah, that's better. I like that better. Okay, I'm good with that. And now my little verse goes on here. So this is for the front, and it says the light of the world. Here we go. There. Okay. So now I can bring over, I'm all done stamping. I'm going to close this up. I'm going to bring over my cut and emboss machine here. It's the big one today. So here we go. All right. So I'm going to take this piece here. I can put it like this. And this is the word. This is going to go around my words. That behind it, behind the word. And then I have this piece here for the light of the world. And this is a cute little die from the potted succulent dies. I'm just gonna, there we go. And then I have to cut the circle. So I'm gonna put it like this. So here's the lights aglow. This was my little trick. Love, love, love this. I thought it was so much fun to cut this out. Let's see, I have some in there, but let's hope that it cuts right. So all I did was I just tried to get even, kind of even sides here. So we had it on the sides and on the top. All right, let's cut this out. Here we go. So just crank it. Okay, let's move this out of the way. Let's hope this cut all the way through. It should have. Ta-da. Look at all those little dots all over. This is a really cool set. And it's kind of obscure. Somebody was looking for it because it's actually set up with a word set. So look for it. It's in the holiday book. And it is totally cool. I just love it. I'm going to put those in there. So here's my little verse there. And here's my little fancy background. And I like this one in particular because like the little word set, it has the stitching in it. So it just looks a little fancier. And that was also from the potted succulent dies. So we'll set those aside. Put this over here. There we go. Okay, now this is going to get glued onto here. I'll put some of my loose pieces together. So this piece is going to glue right onto the foil so that you get that nice bright, I have a white one in here, I don't like that. There we go. So you get that nice bright coverage. When you turn it, you're gonna see that sparkle. So here we go. I just make sure that you don't get glue close to, it'd be nice if the glue comes out, and you don't want to get close to the little circles because you don't want it going out over, but onto your foil. So there we go, like that. And I did a little inside there. Okay, and when you're using gluing on foil or like vellum, because it's a non-porous, it kind of slips around a little bit more than normal. So you want to put it on and get it set up, and then let that dry a little bit before you, because if you start moving it around, you might get some movement in there. So there we go. I'm going to just set that off to the side while we color Mary and Joseph and baby Jesus. So I'm using Night of Navy, the combo. I'm using Crumb Cake combo, Mossy Meadow combo. Combo means light and dark. I'm using bronze, and I'm using the SU 800 for the faces and hands. So there we go. So what I did is I started out with Mary, and I did her, she's already in Night of Navy. That's the ink that we did. So I started out with my dark Night of Navy, and I'm just going to add in a little lines here for shading, okay, where I think it would be kind of shaded, or where you want to accent it a little bit. So I'm just putting a little bit on here, because then I'll go with my light Night of Navy too. So it's not like a perfect thing. Doesn't have to be. Here, now I'm going to go with my light tones, and I'm just going to kind of draw little circles, and that's going to cover that in. With getting a little bit of the dark in there, it gives it more of a 3D look. You get more depth in there, and I'm going to be cutting this off here at the bottom. I like to color all of my projects before I like to color them before I cut them out, because then I have more to handle and move around. So here we go. So I have, this is light crumb cake and dark crumb cake. So I'm going to go with the dark, and that's what I did here for our little baby. I did some dark and then light. Just putting in a little bit there. And then I'll go with the light here. Fill it in a little bit. Just, it's tiny. Gotta make sure you find all the little pieces that you need to color in. And then I also used crumb cake for Joseph's outfit here. Outfit, is that correct? I'm not sure what Joseph's clothes. And again, I'm going to go with the dark, and I'm just kind of going with all these lines, and then I'll go with the light. So I'm just kind of filling in a little bit here and there. And then his, the top part I'm going to do with the mossy meadow. Part of it was like, okay, what color do I color everybody? And I know traditionally, because I got in trouble one time from somebody, or not in trouble, but they were like, what are you doing? Because I didn't color, she said Mary's robe had to be blue. I didn't know that. Here, in fact, I have to color in. This is part of Mary's robe here. There we go. Part of the top. Her head covering. There we go. Okay, here's our light. So this is a little bit bigger, so I'm just going to go with the paintbrush end and just kind of go in little circles. I'm going right on the line that I colored in with the dark because I want to soften that line and blend. There. So I start off on that line just to fill in a little bit and go around, soften it up, and fill it in. Remember, a lot of things when you're coloring too, not everything has to be colored in completely. You know, you can leave some white spots, and you can leave some, it looks like highlights, right? When you leave a little bit here and there. I guess the bronze is what I used on the cane. Here, the hook, the shepherd's hook. So we'll do that. I love how it just kind of, when you look at the stamp, it's just sort of different because we're used to not having that dark background. I feel like it's like those apples that would cut out the apples, and they, here's the face. So this is the SU 800. We have all kinds of choices now for skin tone. This is just what I chose for this particular one. And I love that we have those options, you know. So otherwise we had ivory and bronze. There's a lot of other colors. All right, so here's my mossy meadow. Mossy meadow. Love this color. So again, I'm just going to go with my dark, fill in here and there. My cat's complaining. There we go. I can hear meowing. I don't know what's wrong with her. I gave her food. Oh, she's after Julie, that's why. Yep, it's the cat's job. She thinks she's supposed to guard Julie when I'm on the video. Oh my goodness sakes. So again, I'm just going in little circles. You can see it's not a lot of space here, so, but if you miss it, you really notice it. There we go. Okay. Ta-da! We're all colored in. Okay. We're going to just cut this out. And I just cut it right here. Oh boy, that cat. Every time I get on here, if Julie is here, the cat is on her desk where Julie sits. She knows. She knows that she rules. And she's a bully. Poor Julie. Here we go. And this I just cut straight here. There we go. Ta-da. All right. I think that I'm going to go with this Night of Navy here. The dark. I'm just going to color in this one area here that it's a little darker there. Okay. So here's the front of our card. Here's Mary and Joseph and baby Jesus. We're going to pop those up with dimensionals. So right here. Tomorrow morning we leave at, well, the plane takes off at 6:35. So we have to be at the airport by 5. I was up by 3 this morning. There's so much stuff I wanted to get done before I leave. And so, yeah, I don't know what time I'll be up tonight. Probably, sometimes it doesn't even pay to go to bed. Just stay up. I need some time today to pack. We have some fun things scheduled. We have Stampin' Up meetings, leadership meetings, and we have, we're going to take a cooking class. We're going to do all kinds of fun stuff. I'm so excited. Eat at some special restaurants. Get to see my friends, Stephanie and Lisa Marie, too. So what I did here was I just brought this up and centered it in the middle of that circle. And it just looks like an extension, right, of the stars in the sky. I think that was really fun. So this, I have this little piece I want to go in the back of this piece here. So what I'm going to do is just run a little bit of adhesive right down the middle here. Line this up, put this on it like that. Kind of hopefully have it centered without getting in your way. There. And I did use dimensionals on that too, so sometimes it's easier to see if it's centered on, from the back side here. All right, there we go. Dimensionals. What I like to do is sometimes when it's overlapping like that is just overlap my dimensionals. So I have those two pieces. Besides having the adhesive on it, I have those two pieces glued together there. And then I'm going to put some of my little baby dimensionals on here on the edge. Whoopsie daisy. I got two. 2 for the price of 1. There we go. Whoopsie daisy. Oh my goodness sakes. See, haste makes waste, folks. That's the deal. Okay. I said that to one of Peter's caretakers. She had never heard that before. I find it very true in my life. Every time I try to hurry up something, that's when I'm not going to do it correctly. So, and then this just went kind of over the top, right up to the bottom of where I cut here. There, just like that. Ta-da. Okay, it's going to go on the base of the card. And then I am going to add some of the elegant faceted gems. I have one on the big star and then one on either side of the, on the foil here. There we go. So when I use silver or like this champagne, or mainly if I use like the silver foil, then in the inside I would use smoky slate instead of putting the foil inside too. Here's my elegant faceted gems. But now the dog is barking. We have, there's just a lot going on here today. I'm going to put this right here. So that'll sparkle. And then I'm going to put one here, right on the end. Hopefully, move it over a little bit. And here. I forgot what I was saying. I'm so sorry. Okay, and the inside. Here's my inside. Get a little adhesive on here. It's a pretty fast card. There's not that much coloring. Oh, what I was saying, when I use silver, I use smoky slate, or this champagne, I use smoky slate. If I'm doing it in gold, then the inside I use soft suede. Once in a while, rare moment, but once in a while, and I do have one where I did use foil inside too, but generally I don't. I use it on the outside where it's nice and showy, and then not on the not in the inside, just outside. There we go. Ta-da! So look at how that shines. It's so fun. Hello, Kay. It is such a cool die, and it goes perfectly with this beautiful stamp set. So there we go. That's my card for the day. I'm going to turn this around. If you like my card, let me know. There we go. There's the cat. Trying to find Julie. She's tracking Julie. Thank you so much for joining me. I will not be on unless I can figure out a way to come on from New Orleans. I probably will not be on until next week, Tuesday. So it'll be a week, but then I'll have lots to talk about and lots to show you. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great week. I will see you next week. Next week, Tuesday, I'll be on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I have my other knee revision done. So it's like crazy time. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.